And speaking of Deontay Wilder, we are with the coach, Mr. Malik Scott. How are we?
How you doing, brother?
I'm good, great to see you. So listen, I guess the main question around all of this has been, has Deontay Wilder rediscovered the Bronze Bomber? Do we know yet? Have you seen him?
Yes. Well, one testimony, a huge moment, is the way that he rededicated himself over the last 5 months. And over the last 6 weeks has been the most violent and the most assertive I've seen him in training camp before he won the world title against Stavern 1. So this was a mental adjustment, that's all. He had to just rethink things. He came back. He's back. I actually believe I told him today that he has the opportunity to show these people and show the whole world that he could be better. He could have a great performance and be better than he's ever been before. So the Bronze Bomber has returned, but the better side of the Bronze Bomber has returned. Now this is the better half.
Can I hit you with a bit of Rocky 3? Is this a Rocky 3 type situation where basically in that film the word around Rocky was that he got civilized, he got too comfortable, he got beaten by Clubber Lang, he was doubted by everybody, he went back to basics in Apollo's gym in LA, sprinting on the beach, and then he won the rematch?
Yes. Specifically Rocky 3 is where Sylvester really lost his hunger. And that right there, that was a lesson, not just in boxing, but everybody in life. Sometimes we can get a little bit unfocused, a contentment can get inside of us, but real champions, this is a great opportunity for Deontay to show his greatness. And I believe he can do that, and we have the perfect opponent to do that with. He's dangerous enough to keep Deontay alert, but he's big enough to be right there for everything Deontay want to hit him with.
I'm just curious, what are we looking at weight-wise for Deontay Wilder? It's always a question, because he's a kind of a more slender heavyweight. I mean, he hits like he's 400 or 500 pounds, but he's more slender. Big bang, we know what he is. He'll be 270, 280 in there. What are we expecting weight-wise from Deontay Wilder?
He should be between 217 and 222, maybe a pound or two heavier, maybe a pound or two lighter. Size won't be, in my opinion, the factor here. It'll be about the positioning, setting this big guy up, but being alert, protecting yourself, but being assertive and being aggressive and being very violent. And that has been the main thing for this training camp: violence, assertiveness, but also being dressed down in defense when it's time to be. I can't wait for you guys to see him Saturday. Y'all gonna be very impressed.
There's also a bit of a subplot as well in the trainers versus trainers. Sean George, a long-time friend of yours, I understand 17 years you guys have known each other. How does it feel to be going up against him?
Well, I've been telling everybody, not just Zhang has been in my dreams and in my sleep and in my film study, but also his teacher, which is Sean George, somebody I knew since I've been 17 years old. We come up in this game together. We used to film study together. So it's more than an honor not to just go against Zhang with Deontay, but also go against another fellow teacher and friend of mine. But I have every intention on getting him out of there as well. I'm trying to mess up everything they got going with Deontay Wilder, and we're going to get it done Saturday night.
I'm really curious as to what it's like training a very unique athlete like Wilder, because the way he delivers, he can knock people out from seemingly any angle at any time. Against Helenius, his feet were together off the floor, and he knocked him out with the right hand to the forehead. And if you speak to
You're talking about Ortiz?
Helenius, Ortiz, really. And you talk about, I remember talking to a doctor about that, and he said to me, it's almost impossible to knock somebody out hitting them front onto the forehead.
Yes.
To what extent do you try and make adjustments to him, or is part of the job really just knowing when to leave well enough alone?
I just believe that the difference between Deontay Wilder power and a lot of these other guys' power is Deontay can knock you out from a 6-inch distance or long-range distance. It just doesn't matter. He has a gift. This is not something that could be taught. Now, what he did work on is lining these guys up. It takes craftsmanship to line up Ortiz not once but twice. It takes craftsmanship to put Tyson Fury down. You just don't knock those quality, you don't put those quality fighters down on the ground just because you could punch. And what he does very well is put these guys in the perfect position to knock them out. And that's what we're going to do come Saturday night. We're going to put Zhang in the perfect position and take him in a dark place and get him out of there.
So do you think against Parker maybe it was the case that he just kind of felt like at some point during the 12 rounds, I'll land on him, and he kind of neglected that part of it? Setting it up almost?
Against Parker?
Yeah.
Absolutely. I would say contentment. He didn't take any risks.
He got civilized.
He got very civilized, and he didn't pull the trigger at all. No one could have predicted that fight. in the way that it went that night. It was very strange, but we didn't cry over spilt milk. What we did was we fixed it immediately. Rededicating yourself, becoming a gym rat again, using every bit of God-given ability that was gifted to you, not just the right hand. I don't look at Deontay and think of right hand. I look at Deontay and think of speed, dynamics, good left hook, good head movement, good responsible defense when he want to do these things. He's been doing it for the last 5, 6, 7 weeks, purely in training camp, and like I said, I can't wait for you guys to see him Saturday.
Just how wary are you of Zhang's power? Because he's got a big bang as well.
I'm very wary of it. He's a big guy. He knows what he's doing. He has a great teacher. He has an incredible pedigree. His second shot, in my opinion, is better than his first shot, which is the hook. The left hand is what really gets your attention. But in my opinion, when the going get tough and the tough get going, Deontay Wilder is a much more tougher man than Zhang. When things get uncomfortable with Zhang, his mannerisms goes to shit. When things get uncomfortable with Deontay, he goes to war. So it may come down to that, who really wants it the most and who have the best mannerisms to compete with each other on a high level like this fight is.
That is a great line to leave us on. Thank you so much, Malik Scott. Pleasure speaking with you.
Blessings.
Very, very knowledgeable boxing man. Let's grab that mic from you.